Hey folks, Troy Dooley, MLM Help Desk and the Beachside CEO. And if you hear a little background, I am celebrating tonight. I got Jetty right over here on the other side of the camera. What are you doing? You're putting together some kind of, this is pretty slicked out. This is an apple, but they're all, how many pieces are in this thing? 44 different pieces make up this apple. So he's having a good time over here. We got the girls over here sitting on the floor. So if you hear a little background noise, that's what it is. I just got home from Atlanta. Been up in Atlanta all week. We had a blast. Was at the IZIG offices up there, meeting with David and Brian and Jeff and talking about the future of that company. And we're going to be covering that in the near future, but I got to meet one of their big customers up there. Now, I mean, they've got Monster and Applebee's restaurant franchise and everything, but I met Robert Egner over at Papa John's, and he has 4 Papa John's right outside of the University of Georgia. So, you know, the demographics, like what, 18 to 23? Really weird. But he said, Troy, once I started using the mobile platform, all of the goodies that Isaac has, he goes, I literally dropped my advertising costs from 3 to 5% of gross to about 0.8%. And, you know, so many people tell us network marketing doesn't work, and here's a service that has changed somebody's life. And I use it. And I use just their electronic business card. If you type in your in a text message 90210 and then just type in my name, it automatically brings it out and gives you my contact info. So that's pretty cool. But then when I got back home, I spent an extra day up there with Ivy Johnson IV over at Global Profits, and they just bought Level 9. So we got done whiteboarding out some strategies. And Gary Racer's team had sent me the brand new Success from Home. It's not even on the newsstand yet. But what got me was just this right here. Gary's on the last page. It says 5 minutes with Gary Racer. It says your past doesn't have to equal your future. Number 1, make your message. Life's hard, real hard. We often fail more than we succeed, and every one of us have what I call a mess. He says, tell your story. He said, this industry's always revolved around true stories from real people. I thought that was good. No reason to fake it till you make it. Embrace your scars. He said, my early years were a mess because my family was facing lots of financial struggles. I had it hard times, but we were living paycheck to paycheck. But he goes, I told my story. It was real and people got it. He said, find your gift and give it away. He goes, your past is a gift, a powerful reminder that you have overcome any challenges. Find your gift and give it away. Your past is a gift, a powerful reminder that you've overcome a challenge. I thought that was great. And he says, be more. Embrace it and share it. You know, that was just some, I just like it when, whether it's a field rep, you know, an independent professional, or it's a company owner, there's some powerful stuff. Hey, the DSA sent out in their newsletter this week a really powerful message. It says, with independent contractors' rights in mind, direct sellers seek to manage distributors who operate multiple businesses. And one of the interviews was Karen Eschbach, I believe, a co-founder of Cleaver Containers. And this was powerful. It says, we currently allow our consultants the opportunity to sign on with other direct selling companies until they reach the director status or above. Then we strongly discourage it. Hey, I think you can go ahead and just have a separate agreement. If you've got somewhere up there where they hit those leadership ranks, Primerica did this when I was with them. You can have an agreement, say you got to focus in. But when they're at the bottom and they're doing all kinds of stuff, let them have that freedom. Let them have that independence. You know, one of the things that was in here that I thought was very, very powerful came from Valerie Hayes. She's the DSA Senior Director of Global Regulatory Affairs. And here's what she says, and I think every company owner should hear this. Direct selling companies need to be careful not to instruct the sales force about when, where, or how to do their work. That's big. It says the more detailed instructions or limitation a company places on the sales force, the more likely the members of the sales force are to be deemed employees, not independent contractors. That's some powerful stuff that she wrote about. Let's see what else we've got in the news. Not going to keep you long. Zango did something funky this week. I've got my ears open for Sandy Cohen. We're playing phone tag today. Find out what it is. But it looks like when they have their conference this month, changes galore. But they're calling it Zango United. Looks like the big leaders, the Sweet 16, the 500Ks are all backing them in this thing. So it's going to be a powerful thing to see what happens. A lot of times when this changing comp plan takes place, people get a little freaky. So we're going to be watching this, see where it goes. What else do we have that's going on here that I think is awesome, awesome stuff? Joe Morton talking about Zango. Joe Morton is now president of Zango America and Australia. Kent Wood is the new president of Zango Europe, CIS, and South Africa. Over at Avon, Brian Salzberg has been appointed as Senior VP of Global Strategies. Let's look at what's in some of the company news. It's a small week out here. We got Amway India announced plans to build its new facility. It's going to be up and operational 2015. Avon kicked off its national You Make It Beautiful tour in LA. That's going to be awesome there. Initials Inc. recently hosted a national conference in Nashville, Tennessee. Hey, I'm going to be right up there with the DSH. They were at the Gaylord Opry. The company hosted 10,000 consultants. Vemma, who was recently honored with 4 awards in the 2013 Videographers Awards, which was administered and judged by the Association of Marketing and Communication Professionals. The Verve Bold launch party and Vemma New York City strategy meeting videos were in the awards. For distinction, the Verve Bold Energy debut at NASCAR was one of them. I love that. I think that's great. Hey, talking about companies, though, there's been some ruffled feathers going on between a few companies out there, and I think it's due to overzealous distributors. You know, it doesn't matter what company you're with. You don't have to go out there and call one company a scam to try to make it look like your company's not. Man, especially if there's any regulatory issues with your own company. And in one case, I watched a video and very good leader, very successful guy in network marketing was calling another company a scam, and I'm thinking, okay, but you've got your own regulatory issues internationally right now. I mean, you never throw rocks when you're in a glass house. And it all stems from that emotional connection that we have with the brands. And when other people start slamming our company, you know what? That first thing you want to do is go slam somebody else's, especially men. You know, we're competitive. You see this in sports all the time. But we don't need to be slamming ourselves from the inside out. Okay, that's just not cool. I don't care if you're a CEO or you're just a rep. It's too small of a community to do that. We need to learn to work together. And we're going to be doing some expos on this. I tell you, I really think it's bad because the critics pick up on it, the naysayers, regulators pick up on it. And in the case of this video, it was totally apples and oranges. It wasn't even done correctly. And it's just because I could tell the emotions that were in it. Had they taken time to really look at it and realize that the company's not the issue, but it's actually some distributors that were trying to raid. And right now we're seeing some raiding going on in companies, and that's not cool either. There's a right way and a wrong way to build your network marketing company. If you want to build a company, then go out there with a product or a service that works and share it with the masses. Don't just be sitting there trying to grab other network marketing leaders. I know that that's been in vogue, but here's what happens. You're going to end up in some kind of lawsuit, whether it's a company suing the companies, whether it's a distributor suing a company. And lately what we've been seeing is top-level independent distributors are willing to sign on, have attorneys sue for them for somebody getting in there and interfering in their business. Guys, we don't need that. Okay, we are all good. We all hang out at the same events. We have a blast with each other. We don't need to be slamming each other from the inside out. Keep that in mind, okay? Some great stuff happening. It's going to be a great week. Live life like it's an epic adventure. Stay dangerous, stay strong, and if you're in network marketing, act like it.